Virgin Radio 104.4. It's the Kris Fade Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a model in the studio, a male model. I mean, you come in looking GQ, man. We're talking about, just won a massive fight in the UFC in Riyadh. It is Michael Venom Page is in the building.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Honestly, GQ. I mean, have you done GQ yet?
Nah, not yet. I'm waiting for the call.
It's going to come.
He's a Hugo Boss ambassador, Kristen.
Right. Well, he's got it all. Congratulations, man. I was at home and I was watching it and I was so pumped for you. What a great fight. You went into the fight. I felt like you knew what you were going to do. Yeah?
100%. It's funny because a lot of my family members were saying exactly the same thing. My partner, she was saying exactly the same thing. She's like, normally I'm worried, but your energy when you walked in, and even backstage, I was the jitters, and I was shaking. I was like, I've got so much energy. I just can't wait to kind of get out there. So yeah, it was very different. I felt good.
Your fitness level is just, you did not stop moving the entire, I mean, and the way, it's very unorthodox. It's a very different style. Not that I'm a fighter, but if I was to come across someone like Michael Venom Page, everything that you've studied over the years of fighting, and then you come across someone like Michael, you're like, oh, I don't know, this is not in the rule book. Is that, do you think that's one of your strengths, that people don't understand how to tackle someone like you?
100%. That's one. That is my biggest strength, and it's only because so many people haven't, from my background in freestyle kickboxing, which is very similar to taekwondo but not the same. A lot of those people haven't crossed into these professional sports, so just people haven't seen it. But normally, like if I was in that world, it's everybody fights the same. So it's not that unique, you know. But because I've come into the cage, now everyone's like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
Yeah,
definitely is my biggest strength.
Well, UFC, lucky to have you. Obviously beating Shara on February 1st in Riyadh. This was the moment.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. The judges have it: 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Michael Venom.
And then from there, let's have a listen.
Look at me. I am the captain now. Guys, make sure you're watching, because I'm coming. This captain just caught the treasure.
Wow. Little quote from Captain Phillips, obviously, the movie. Were you ready? You were ready to say that?
I always have my stuff ready, man. I always have my stuff ready. Because I truly visualize exactly what's going to happen. Like, you know, I've done the Pokeball celebration. I've done the Thanos glove celebration. I've already have the win in my head and exactly how I'm gonna play after that. So yeah.
Helps you to visualize winning as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. And just the mind is a powerful thing, man. If you can go in there, and I'm sure everybody's seen it. They've got those guys in the gym that are exceptional in the gym, and they just struggle to kind of get that same ability across when the lights are going, when there's pressure going, and they're just talented people that can't kind of show it, and you need that confident mind.
But how do you block that out, or are you soaking it in? Are you very much aware of the lights and the crowd and the screams, and people are probably saying things to you? Is that in your head, or you block it out?
Yeah, I think it's too difficult to block out. So that you try to embrace it. I try to make it my own energy, make it a part of the story. Like I want to feel all these things. I'm very present. I'm seeing people screaming. Like, I've done it multiple times where I've looked and it's a massive audience of people, and I've looked around and I'm like, I'll see my friend like way up there screaming, and like, because I'm soaking it all in. So exactly that. I'm being present.
But that's an art.
Yes, yeah. You have to it's trying to make those uncomfortable places comfortable, and you make it comfortable by not blocking out. You don't go into somebody's house and like la 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 la, and just like try to avoid them. Yeah. You know, you embrace it. You shake hands. You know, hug people. You just really sit down and soak it in that way. And I prefer to do it that way.
Except you're not hugging. You're demolishing.
Sometimes they are hugging. Sometimes it's a little hug.
They are hugging.
Yeah. Michael Venom Page in the studio with us right now. I call him the double A's, as an Aldi, Paradigm Sports. Thanks for bringing MVP in the studio. What's the next move? Who do you want next, man?
We were actually just talking about that, actually. I want to fight in April. I'm not sure who yet, but I know there's a card in April. I believe it's in Miami again. I know I've already fought there once. I want to go back there. My family are all from that way, so they would be excited for me to fight there.
You sound like your family's from Miami.
Well, I've got siblings that moved over there.
Okay.
So I've got 3 older siblings and then like loads of nieces and nephews. My brother's just had another girl. This is his 3rd child.
Oh,
so I'm
congratulations.
literally going to fly out there in a couple of weeks to go and see them. So
But
I'm looking forward to it.
if you could pick your next fight, who would you want to pick?
It's difficult now because I got like 2 divisions that can potentially.
Well, yeah. Which one? Where do you want to go?
Just another exciting fight. Exciting fight.
Okay.
You know, I need to kind of sit down because I like to switch off completely first. I haven't even watched back the fight yet. So I like to switch. Me and my partner, we went to Baba Shams, went away and just
Beautiful.
Just switch off completely. And now slowly kind of getting back into what's next and you know what's happening. So haven't had like the time just yet to really think about it, but I know there's a lot of exciting fights to be had.
You just said you watch back the fight. You watch back every fight?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
But you do that?
Yeah, definitely. Win or lose, I feel like you can learn something from every experience.
Okay.
I could knock somebody out and it'd be like everyone's going crazy about it, but I made mistakes. And if I just accept it, as a win, it doesn't matter, then you don't learn anything from it. So sitting down and going, okay, maybe I could have caught a punch earlier or done a kick earlier, or I shouldn't have got hit by this punch or this kick. You can still learn. So yeah.
So we talked a little bit about fighting. Let's get a little bit personal right now. First of all, we are all blinded by that ring.
Yeah, I can see.
The ring. You have got if I can explain this, it's the size of nearly an iPhone on the ring, and it's diamonds everywhere.
Yeah.
When did that purchase come?
So it's a company called One of One. They gifted me this, to be fair. And I was talking to Az just before as well, and I was saying how things aligned. All of my fights, I almost like having gimmicks, something that is memorable to everybody, just to kind of come back to, and also for myself, like memorabilia that I'll have at home. I've still got the poker ball, and it has got a Cyborg's gum shield inside the poker ball.
Really?
Yeah, like legit, still blood stains and everything.
Fun memory?
Yeah. We got the Thanos glove. I've got the headband from the Naruto, like when I fought in Japan. Like I like having those things just for myself. Like I can kind of look back and be like, oh man, great times, you know? And then this one was about fighting a pirate. So I was like, something like over the top, blingy, you know, like, and to kind of class as my treasure. I'm the one that's gonna get the treasure in the end. And I managed to bump into these guys that said they'd love to give me a ring.
Can they gift us a ring?
Yeah, I'm sure they can.
One of 2, maybe. Can I have a look at that? Let me just have a look at that. I mean, that is, and it's got MVP. That is a beautiful ring, mate. Yeah, gosh.
Look at the size of your hands as well, though. I mean, you're a top striker. It must kill to be smacked by one of them.
Do you want to feel that? I mean, you know, Dakota gave him a little tap in the stomach once, and
she can hit hard.
Yeah, he was hurting for a week.
No joke, it was like a week, honestly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I wouldn't take a shot from her.
I know. I'm in love though now. She's amazing.
Yeah. He fell in love after me.
I quite liked it.
MVP. Let's get. We're talking personal stuff. You grew up where? Where was home when you grew up?
So London's home. Still living there now, but actually, hopefully soon moving over here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so should be joining you guys.
Nice. Come to Dubai. You converted.
Yes.
So when did that all happen?
I feel like everything's happened like quite a fast pace. So this year has just been a explosive year of reverting to Islam, having in a car, getting married, getting engaged, then getting married like 24 hours later, then having my fight. I'm going to Mecca after this trip. Wow. So in a few days, I get to go with my missus and my in-laws. So that's it's just right now, everything's just, like I said, things just aligned for me.
That's cool.
And I'm just like going with it. But spiritually, over the last 5 years, I've just felt more spiritual, more in touch with being spiritual. And then, just for my own purposes, it just felt right for me. I'm still learning, still trying to understand more.
Who introduced the religion to you?
No, I've always been around it.
Okay.
I've always been around it. It's not something that I needed to be introduced to. I've always had, like, just to give you an example, anytime it was Eid, when in primary school, I'd probably be one of 3 kids still in the school because the school was just everybody.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
They were gone. Like, it was just me and the teachers. It was like,
I get it. So you've been around it. You've always felt it, but now it's in your life, and this time of your life where you felt like, hey, I want to take an extra step. I want to get closer to God.
Yeah. Exactly that. So, and then also, being with my partner now, this is my soul partner, I feel like, thinking ahead of time, having kids, settling down, I would love to kind of have just the same base, like me and my wife being in the same base. She's obviously born Muslim, shall I say.
Sure.
So there was just so many pluses that just made sense.
I'm excited. You're going to experience Ramadan now.
Yes, yeah. This is going to be my first Ramadan.
Will you fast?
100%.
And I mean, hold on. Now you say you want to fight in April.
Yeah.
Ramadan's coming up in March. So that whole month you'll be fasting, and then you'll be having a fight. You're good for.
I'm a little bit weird. So I've done I do fast quite regularly. So
Sure.
they call it a Superman fast. It's 13 days, just water.
Wow. Oh, you do the water fast.
Yeah. But I will always still be training while I'm doing it. I'm not feeling the best.
Right.
For me, it's still just up there. I'm just like...
Now, for people that don't understand this, that's 13 days of pure just water.
Yeah.
I have tried it.
Yeah.
I lasted, I swear to you, I started at 6 a.m. one morning, 5 p.m. that evening. 5 p.m. in the afternoon, I couldn't do it. I was irritated. I had a killer headache, and I just said, I don't want to do this. And I got on tobacco. How do you do it?
That's the thing, though. I think we're so easily turned off by those kind of things. Our body we've put certain things in our body that makes us crave certain things, especially people that drink coffee. I find they struggle the most because we get those spikes that every time we eat or have those coffees, those are spikes that we have in our body. That ghrelin, like hunger hormone, will come and just start doing those things, making you have headaches. But it's once you get past that, seriously, day 3 to 3 to 4 is a struggle. After that, you feel like you don't need food. You realize how addicted to food we are unnecessarily. And then you slowly introduce, as you're kind of bringing yourself back to kind of introducing food, you start with juices, fruits, salads. And a juice will power me up for the whole day. And I'm just like, wow, it's ridiculous.
I've noticed the same thing with Manjaro, actually.
He's on Manjaro. He's on the Ozempic. Yeah, he's doing it now.
But I need to get down the gym.
You're looking good.
At least he's owned it. He's publicly telling everyone that he's on it.
Okay.
I mean, no, but honestly, that water fast, one thing that I want to do, and I told myself this year I want to try to do it, is I just want to try to do a 3-day water fast to begin with.
Everyone tries to go crazy straight away.
Yeah.
But even just a day, sometimes just baby step yourself into doing it.
Do you use salts? Do you have like salt in your water?
You can put some of the minerals. So I usually have turmeric and black seed oil.
Okay.
In the morning, that's it. And it's not meal.
And this guy's training.
Disgusting.
He's training, like he's pushing his body to the limits that, we could never get to. That's what the crazy thing is about it. So I'm glad. I'm looking forward to April. It's going to be a big one for you. I can't wait. Now, MVP's in the studio. One of the gifted fighters now in the UFC, just won a massive fight. But ladies and gentlemen, loves his anime.
Oh my God, I love anime.
Where did anime? How did this come about?
I feel like a lot of guys are like we like to pretend to be superheroes and all of that kind of stuff. So even from a young age, reading comics like Spider-Man comics, X-Men I was massively into. Just any kind of thing animated, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I used to love that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then it's just continued, I remember that obviously the Pokemon thing is because I was actually still playing Pokemon. I still loved it. Yeah. And then when I was fighting Cyborg, I was chilling with my family, Pokemon Go just came out. And my brother's like, I feel like nobody wanted to say it straight away. And my brother's like, is anybody playing Pokemon Go? And everyone was like, this is what I can. And seriously, and then my brother was literally like, your opponent kind of sounds like a Pokemon. I was like, we need to get a Pokeball. That's when it kind of, that was like 4 or 5 days before the fight.
Now, Rossi's got he wants to test your anime knowledge right now. Is that right? You got a few things. We want to see how well you know the anime.
No, you've already done this.
I'm terrible with every name, but
let's see.
Well, you're going to get number 1 right because I've seen the video. How do you do a Naruto run? Okay, he's going to demonstrate for us.
He's going to do it.
Yes. I love it. He did it into the ring, right? You did it into the octagon.
In Japan, they loved it. They loved it.
I love that. Okay, now this is a little bit difficult. My kids watch this one and I'm like, what are you watching here, kids? I don't know if you're going to get it. Sophia is a character from which anime movie?
Yeah, I'm terrible with names, man.
Is it Howl's Moving Castle or Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon.
No, it's the other one.
Other one.
But that's like not one of my favorite
That's
ones.
not one of my favorite either.
Okay, let's go to Pokemon then. What do you have to do with the Pokemon?
Catch them all, man.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
So I don't know any of this.
How do you not know
You don't know
that?
any of that. That's the basics.
That's like entry level.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
entry
yeah,
level.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of person is Naruto? What kind of person?
Naruto.
Naruto. Is he?
Naruto.
He's a ninja of the Kanawa village, Leaf Village.
Correct.
Crazy. That's crazy.
He's a
I love
ninja.
Yeah.
I love that you know all this. This is so cool.
No, Naruto's
11-time
one of my
world
favorites.
kickboxing champion, UFC great, talking about the anime stuff. That's really brilliant, though. That's obviously your relaxed time. That's your.
Yeah,
that's
I
when
love
you
it.
just switch off, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I love it.
What's your favorite one?
It's difficult to kind of hone on a favorite, but I think the one that I kind of loved and watched to the point where certain people passed away and I nearly started crying. So I was like, Naruto is definitely one of my favorites. But anybody that doesn't actually watch anime, I introduced them through Death Note.
Oh, yes.
And the reason is because it's just an epic story. It has like you can kind of bypass the animation because the storyline is just so good, and then people can slowly get in from like that way.
That's awesome, man. I love that. I love that passion. That's outside of fighting, obviously.
But I love the fact that you could kill us all, but you just like openly admit that you just like you're very honest, which is amazing.
No, you have to be, man. I prefer that. I don't like the shall I say?
Yeah, that's fine. Talking about honesty, I thought this was really commendable and real as well. You not wanting to celebrate. Have a listen.
Obviously, just disappointed. As I say, it's hard to celebrate now. You know what I mean? I overachieved. I achieved something, and then I was looking for my brother to do the same thing. So it's very difficult. So I thought he looked good in the first round. Yeah. But obviously, congratulations to him as well.
So on the same fight card, Izzy obviously went down. You felt like you couldn't celebrate because he lost, and that was your guy.
Yeah, it's always difficult anytime you have like teammates or good friends on the same card as you. Like I've done it before, and with the London Shoot guys in the UK. We had 3 fighters before me, and then I fought. All of them won, thankfully. Mm-hmm. And that was before I fought. But I've also had it where one of us lost, and it's man. Like, because even when you win, it's hard to celebrate because and they want to celebrate with you obviously as well. But then it's still a reminder that they didn't achieve the same thing. And literally I was backstage. They wanted me to do interviews. I was like, I'm watching my boy fight. I'm not doing any interviews. They're like, please, like in between fights, in between rounds. I was like, okay, cool. I watched the first round. He looked great. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Quick, 60 seconds. Jumped back, sat down, and then it happened. I was like, oh, man. I was just like, energy was just gone.
Sure.
And then they're like, oh, can you do another interview? I was like,
like I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Just would you think there's like in social media and people talking about it, Izzy's done, he's had his glory, he should just retire. Do you, from a fighter's perspective, someone that lives and breathes it, what would you think?
Everyone's always so quick to kind of write people off, and that's the one thing I hate about just anything. There's always he can create his own story. It doesn't need to happen the same way for everybody. There are guys such as, I don't know, like Muhammad Ali that, had to come back through. It wasn't any real fault of his own. They wanted him to go to war. He didn't want to do it. Sure. There's a lot of politics there, and he still had to come back and lift off. George Foreman, another one, who stepped away and then made a return. Everyone's like, nah man, give up. Look, my thing is, do what is in your heart. If you are still passionate about this sport and you are still working hard and you still believe you can achieve it, 100% you can achieve it. Forget everybody else.
Love that. MVP in the studio. Do you have any Jamaican jerky by any chance?
Not just kept in my pocket, so I apologize.
So what have you got? Because apart from the fighting side, you've started like some snacks.
Yes,
is that right?
Yeah.
What
Snapdown snacks.
What are they called?
Snapdown.
Okay, so tell me more about this journey.
So we kind of, to be fair, Az kind of partnered me with. Well, he contacted me and he's like, oh yeah, do you like beef jerky? And I was like, not. It's not something in the UK. It's an American thing. Like I've seen it. And like I get what it is, but it wasn't something that I have. And he was like, oh no, this company, we should be doing some work with. We want to send your way. I was like, yeah. I said, it's food.
Yeah, bring it on. Send it through.
I'm a foodie, so you said give me food. Cool, well I'll take it. I tried it, and I was just like, wow. I didn't think I'd like it that much. I've had it before, and I just didn't care for it. It wasn't bad. I just didn't care for it. But then this one, I was like, oh, this is nice, and just kept started working with the company, and have a percentage in the company. I'm gonna start awesome. Kind of pushing it forward. But Snap Down Snacks, beef jerky, and seriously, just for pure protein. This is like in between sessions. I'm just like, quick rip it up.
Chris's favorites.
30% of my day is on jerky and biltong, which is the South African side. I have so much of it at home. I have.
We need to get you some stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
Why didn't you bring any, man? Come on.
Yeah. No. Second, I was focused on the fight.
I am ready. Yeah, let's definitely give this a go.
I added my little Jamaican spin in there as well.
Good on you, man.
So
Good on you. Well, Michael Venom Page, I can't wait to see you fight again, man. What a tremendous athlete you are. What a tremendous human you are as well, which I think is fantastic. Thank you to the Paradigm Boys for always bringing him and bringing them in. We appreciate it. Now, before we go, mobility is something that Rossi and I struggle with. We have no mobility. We're older than you.
Yeah.
All right. And we feel like we can't move a lot. So what we've been doing is we've been practicing how to twerk.
Oh, no.
Now, MVP's put his hands into his arm, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, we have a game, though, and we want to know, we're going to see if MVP will do this with us. Now, we'll go first, so you're not alone. So, Rossi, do you want to... don't back out, Ross. This was your idea. You back out now that he's here.
He's put his head down.
Yeah, do you see him put his head down? He's all embarrassed.
Massive. His hands are bigger than my head. I don't want to annoy him.
No, you go first and explain how we do this, Ross.
Well, we're having a twerking competition. We've got this special thing here. We've got some ping pong balls that we tie around our waist, and we've got to get all the balls out of this. First one to do it wins.
So they're in like a pocket, and then you have to shake it till you make it.
MVP, what are your thoughts on now? It could
Leon
go viral.
Edwards did it when he came.
No, that's a lie. He didn't do it. So don't. Now he's trying to throw in other fighters. No, he didn't do it. And don't lie.
He did it.
No, he did not, Rossi. Don't lie.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, Rossi, just demonstrate what we're going to do here. I want MVP to work one.
Where the ball?
Now, if he declines it, it's okay. You can decline it.
You can just watch Rossi and Kris.
I want to see it first.
I mean,
like the walkout music on as well.
I'm unbeatable at this, by the way.
So Rossi has put the ping pong balls in the little bucket. The bucket now is tied through like a belt around his waist, and the aim is to get the balls out. Is that right, Rossi?
Yeah.
Balls have to come out.
Wait, let's just bring that shirt down. Okay.
This is what a world-class fighter wants to do. Here we go, Ross. Now, is there a particular song that you want?
I've got 2 balls in here, but I'll add some more.
Okay.
Anaconda, please, by Nicki Minaj.
Anaconda.
Maybe not
You
that
know,
one.
No, I can. I mean, it's just I've got the clean version of it. All right, Ross. Here we go.
Ready?
1 second. Okay, and you're on in 3, 2, go.
Yes!
So now, very, very good with the hip mobility there. Now, MVP, are you doing or not doing?
I'm gonna give it a miss.
That's what I thought.
Trying to be cool.
I enjoyed that.
I'm worried now. He's looking at me.
I almost splashed you some money.
Again.
I think MVP just knew that it could be turned into a meme at some stage.
Yeah, I'm a Jamaican at heart. I don't think they'd appreciate that.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you, mate. It's all right.
Oh my gosh! Come April, come whenever. We can't wait to see you back into the octagon. UFC absolute legend with us right now, MVP. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you for me.
Virgin Radio.